Hi, Chris Shoto, owner of Custom Body Fitness, and this is video number 2. And as I talked about before in video number 1, we were kind of linking how I'm new to this. This is my second time doing a video, and how there's an evolving process. So I should start improving in these videos. If you watch from video number 1, 2, 3, hopefully as I go in the future I'll be improving. And it's the same as starting an exercise program, the way you'll evolve there, and that's what we talked about in video number 1. So today I want to talk about, and my goal of these videos right now is for people who trying to get back into an exercise program, and for people who have never worked out and are starting an exercise program. So why it's important is because when you start an exercise program, you're starting to build a foundation. So all the things that I'm trying to give you and the information that I'm trying to get across to you are things that are going to help you to be successful because it's important to understand of how success works. But it all starts with the foundation. It's the same as building a skyscraper. You got to build a solid foundation. If you build a solid foundation, it's going to be easier to keep building on top of that. So if you don't have a solid foundation, it's easier to the building's going to fall. Okay, I'm trying to say something, but I'll get it out. But like what I want to give you here is things that are going to help you to create the change and start the change, because starting is always the hardest part. I can tell you right now, this video is tough starting out again because it's my number 2, and I'm willing to bet here in the future they'll get easier, and it's going to be the same as an exercise program. So what I want to talk about today, and it's like through working with the hundreds of people that I've worked with over the years, and the conversations that I've had, is that people, like a lot of times, do not accept where they're at currently in life. So when it comes to wanting to get in shape and exercise, it's like almost everybody knows that what the importance of exercise and eating good is. Now, a lot of times, like, people are avoiding the fact that they should be doing it, and they refuse. I don't want to say refuse, but they're not looking at their current place where they're at in life to make the change. And that's one of the most important steps of creating a change. You got to look at where you're at and accept. So it's like if you're overweight, you're overweight. It's the truth. And I'm going to talk about truth here in a sec. Or if you're unhealthy because you're eating bad and you need to start exercising, or you don't have energy and you need to start incorporating these things. The truth is that's where you're currently at, and you have to look. So it takes a lot of strength and courage to actually take a minute and be like, this is where I'm at. I'm 50 pounds overweight. I'm like really unhealthy. My doctor's saying I need to start working out because my cholesterol's high. I don't have much energy. I'm tired all the time. But it's to really look at those situations like, wow, this is where I'm at. I don't feel very good. I'm not very happy with myself. I want to create changes. And accepting where you're at, and knowing that, okay, if I'm going to make these changes, this is where goals come in, and I will be getting more into goals here in the next videos. But right now, it's to accept where you're at. Your goal is going to be off in the future, but just accepting where you're at, and then be like, then you can set the goal of where you want to get to, because you know where you're at when you accept. It's about knowing where you're at and knowing where you want to be. And that's the whole part that we're going to be getting into here about setting goals. So as of right now, I want to encourage, and it's fine where you're at. So I know a lot of times I've had people that it's very painful to accept and look where you're at in your life right now, and it's okay. It's a process. Life, there's pains in life, and sometimes they're not fun, but to accept where you're at is how you're going to create the change for later. So I want to be very delicate the way that I word all these, because I know how challenging and how hard it is for some people, but I want you to also know that it's okay to be where you're at, and that this could be a huge step in just kind of looking, because it's like then you set the goal for later, and then you start working towards that goal. So I had so much more I wanted to say, so I guess they're going to have to come into videos next week. I might have to start doing these every day. But yes, let me know what you think about this. I'm trying to improve and get the best information out to you possible that I can. So please, any feedback or any comments or suggestions, or if I'm picking my nose or something and I should stop, let me know. But anyway, have a great day, and see you next week, maybe tomorrow.